I felt like you were juggling.
Engineer Ahmed Khalid Amshi, FNSC.
The world
Engineer
of technology is constantly evolving, which means there's always an opportunity to learn and grow.
My name is Oyebode Esther. I studied religious studies at the University of Ibadan.
My name is Ifeoluwa. I studied cell biology and genetics in the University of Lagos, after which I got a job working in the bank.
My name is Regina Taiwo. You wouldn't believe I studied architecture in school.
I knew there was more, so I decided to take a leap. Currently, I am a product designer and a product manager.
I'm currently a motion graphics designer.
Presently, I am a data scientist and an AWS cloud engineer.
I understand that being a lady is not a disadvantage, so I embrace tech.
And I am thriving as a Texas.
And I am thriving as a Texas.
Now I can say I'm a thriving Texas.
Are you ready to break new grounds and join the world of tech? The Ladies in Tech Africa initiative is a commemorative bootcamp in honor of our visionary, Pastor Mrs. Folu Adeboye, as we join her in thanking God for her 76th birthday celebration. This program is designed to help you make your career shift a reality. Registration is open and you can register via the link on your screen right now.
Ever wondered how your place and all that?
Engineer Ahmed, take a place. Can you come and receive? Engineer Ahmed.
Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, I'm ready. Yes, I'm here. Okay. Yes, I can hear you. There's still the uh, video playing in the background. So go ahead now. At your signal, I'm ready. Good and beautiful evening. Good and beautiful evening to everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. You're welcome. Can I confirm that you can hear me loud and clear? Can you hear me loud and clear? Once again, it is Ladies in Tech Africa, and it's good to be with you at this time on Later Management. We are here to continue our class in project management. All right, Roots, El Genesis, Dolapo, Adebola, Phoebe, Ulua, Tobilola, Stella, Olaruwa, Jew, Blessing, Min. Thank you. Good evening, and once again, you are welcome. With me on this coach tonight is my co-facilitator, Nancy Baba Ali. Welcome. All right. So we will be discussing tonight a continuation of the phases in project management. We have last week looked at project management definition. We looked also, yes, I need to confirm that you can hear me. Yeah, Edun Aisha says, hi, Mr. Kingsley. Yes, Victoria is trying to find out, is this product or project management course? All right, this is project management. Okay. All right. So you're welcome. Sure. Jessica says, yes, we can hear you. Igove says, I can. Lua Shem says, we can hear you. All right. So let's take the ride. Okay. Hello, can you hear me now? Hello, can you hear me? Can I confirm that you can hear me, please? Let's just all be on the same page. Okay, Elizabeth says loud, clear and loud. Okay, Adenola says I can hear you, sir. All right, so we go straight into tonight's class. All right, in the last class, we delved into okay, so okay, all right. Apologies for the breaking transmission. Just trying to confirm that the audio is fine and everything is okay. All right, so let's go on the ride tonight. Justina, please, can you confirm that you can hear me? Dolakbo, can you hear me now? Okay, so we move forward with our project management class. Tonight we'll be looking at project planning. Last week and also in the last class, we delved into project initiation and all it entailed. So can I confirm how many of us were able to turn in their assignments before now? Okay, I know a lot of us did turn in the assignments on the Telegram platform, but going forward, there is an LMS, okay, a learning management system or platform that we will be interacting with, okay? So assignments will be provided via that platform, okay? And also we'll try to streamline some of our activities. So it will be very key if you can go on, try to understand the concepts, and then just to remind you, try to ensure that you are onboarded, okay? And then you turn in your assignments on the LMS platform. I was able to attend to some of the questions via the Telegram, okay, interactive platform. So I may still have to do a little more if the time permits, but if not, please try to onboard on the LMS and then we move ahead. So yes, I must really say a big, I must say well done to my participants, because from the project charter that was developed, I was very impressed. I saw commitment, I saw high level understanding. Even those who were beginners tried to show some level of understanding as well. So yes, please, Shalomi, yes, the LMS platform is your Canva platform where you have to interact, okay? So moving forward, let's delve into project planning. Okay, so he who fails to plan has already planned to fail. So why is project planning very important? Remember, this is the second phase in the different project life cycles. So it entails the methods, the methods a project manager brings on board to plan and manage resources that any organization can effectively use or implement to complete any given project. So very key, very important. So there must be that clear understanding of what you need to do to ensure that the project kicks off very, very excitingly and then rounds off in a very productive and profitable manner. Okay, so why planning in projects management? Planning, just like as we said in our previous classes, that there's every need to understand that every project has a beginning, every project has an end, every project is time bound. Projects are also single entities, unique in nature, and must be treated with such understanding. So there's no room for laxity. There's no room to relax on your project. So you need to have a clear idea, clear understanding of where you want to take your project to. So the project is starting from a point A and moves to a point D, but in between A and D is B and C. So B and C, if not treated the way it ought to be treated, we may not definitely get to point D. Very important. So, okay. So project planning. Project planning. What are some of the things we would be discussing tonight? We would look at what we call the work breakdown structure. In project management, it is called WBS, work breakdown structure, what it is. We would also, if we have further time, delve into Gantt charts and network diagrams. What are Gantt charts and what are network diagrams? There would also be need to look at resources planning and allocation. And then we'll round off project planning life cycle with risk identification and management. So very key, very important. We would kickstart tonight's class with the first aspect to clearly define what project planning is all about. But before that, I would like to go back to the chat box and let's find out who gained what in the last class. So just in very 1, 2, 3 minutes, can I confirm what were your key takeaways from the last class? Key takeaways from the last class. Yes. Head over to the chat box and let's see if you can recall what was learned in the last class. Yeah, so in the chat box, can you just type in what the key takeaways, things you learned in 1 or 2 sentences, what the learning for you was and what you were able to take away. Great. Fatima says feasibility in project management. Yes. Golua says benefits of feasibility study. Kemi says feasibility study. Yeah. What did you learn? What did you learn? Yes. Jessica says carrying out a feasibility study is very important for every project. It can save you from going into a project that may likely fail. That's good. Beyond the Sun says certain types of feasibility. Olaide says you are reacting yourself over. Oh, okay. Feasibility studies. Yes. So we can confirm that, yeah, we learned so much. So with adequate, proper feasibility studies, then there is the half chance that your project will go ahead. So it's very key, it's very important to understand more details. And we also have understood the types of projects, the critical nature, even before you implement the project, the cost, the issues. Planning is very, very important.
Ever felt like you were juggling?
Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. I don't know if you can hear me. And can you see my screen? Can you see my slides? I don't know. I really hope you can see my slides. Oh my goodness. Mm-mm. I'm coming. Okay, don't worry. So please, can you give me a minute, please? I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. I am so sorry, everybody, that I had to take so much time to present. So I'm so sorry about the technical difficulties we're having. I don't know, can you hear me now? Can anyone hear me? I would really appreciate, like, a feedback. Okay. So I don't know. Is my audio loud enough now? Trying to work on like my settings. Can you hear me? Is the audio better? Okay. So hi everybody. I am so sorry for the hassle and bustle. It's unforeseen troubleshootings and problems. That's why we're here as project managers. It's been a minute since you've seen my faces. Sorry, my face, and I've seen your faces rather. Sorry. Uh, I'm really glad to be here, and we're sorry about the technical difficulties. For your friends or colleagues that are not aware that the class is back on, you can just send them a quick reminder that, yeah, we are back on and better than ever. So we're going to be diving deep today on project planning. Even though we had technical difficulties, I want to assure you that we also planned for things like this. I don't know, maybe because the whole um, back end is a bit fuzzy. But regardless, let's get straight into work. Let's get into our slides and learn. That's why we're here. So today's topic is project planning, methods of planning and managing resources that a company can use to complete a project. So far, Mr. Kingsley has been doing an amazing job. I hear him carrying you guys along. I hear him taking his time to review your tasks and your assignments. I hear him being asked questions to recap and also to explain, reevaluate all the slides and tasks and works and assignments that have been given to you. So today is me to just take over whilst he sets for the next class. So today's table of contents, we have work breakdown structure, which is WBS, Gantt charts, network diagrams, resources planning and allocation, and risk identification and management. For people that I know this is not their first time, and there are persons that I know that this is their first time, do not worry, you're still on track. So for the first one, which is work breakdown structure, it's more of a planner. It's more of a planner for you yourself as a project manager and your team and the project at large, in order for you to have those little steps and those phases that you need to make sure that you convert success or you reach your goal, project goal or success. So for Gantt charts and network diagrams, this is the people that are involved, the channel that you're using, the process in which you're using, the methodologies that you're going to be using, all in a very self-explanatory manner, all in an easy and clear documentation or presentation. Then we have resource planning. This is you outsourcing an allocation and mitigating of tax to persons or your team members. And then we have risk identification and management. I'm going to use today as an example in our class as one of the challenges of project management. But I hope you will, it's going to be like a real life situation. Back to revise. Definitely. So I'm going to take just my slides. I'm not going to be as interactive as Mr. Kingsley is. I would try and explain as much as I can, give examples, define them, and break it down to you before I answer your questions. Because I don't want to be really distracted, and I want to make sure that I'm communicating first before I, answer. So thank you. We have the next slide, which is project planning. Yay. Project planning. Now that we have analyzed our project in more detail and understood the type of project, it's critically the stakeholders, the sponsor, and the requirements we are ready to start planning the project. The project management plan describes how I plan to manage the changes to the scope, the time, cost, issues, risk, quality, communication, and resources. To me, I want you to know something as a project manager. The most important thing you can have in your back book as a project manager is communication. I feel like once you are good in communicating, good with your communication skills, good with delivering services and making sure you're clear and concise, I feel like you've gotten your whole project management um, dilemma, challenges, whatever sorted out. Because once what is the first thing you as a human being you do when you are born? After you're born and all, or rather, let me start with when you're born, the first thing you do is cry. You cry. So you communicate that, okay, I've arrived, I'm yelling, I don't know what is going on. And the doctors, you understand, if the baby comes out and the baby does not cry, that is a problem. That is a problem. Because why is this child not communicating? Why is he not crying, or why is she not crying? So whilst the baby cry, or whilst the baby is not crying, the doctors are trying to make sure that this baby cries by spanking the baby's butt. You understand? So communication, the moment you cannot get clear communication, the moment communication is a problem in your project, in your day-to-day life, in anything you're doing as a project manager, you are set to fail. Trust me, those deadlines have to be communicated. Those tasks have to be communicated. Those presentations have to be communicated. Everything has to be communicated. So communication is one of the most important skill that I feel as a project manager you should have. Also, it is very important in your life skills too as well to have communication skills. It will take you by far and make you break those gaps and bridges in your life. Honestly, you can take courses on that too separately whilst you're taking this project management class on your own perusal or your own personal time. You can just search for good communication skills as a project manager. That will really help you. That's just a side tip though from my own end. So yeah, then we have scope. The scope is the overall understanding of the project, which is still coming back to communication to me. Why is scope so important? So let's use the building. We're always using building architectural terms. Yeah. Why is understanding that this project is supposed to be a duplex and not a bungalow? Why is this project supposed to be why is this house supposed to be a 3-bedroom flat and not a self-contained? What is the goal of the owner? What is the goal of the investor? Is he planning on using the buildings? Is he lending it out as shortlets? Is he renting for his personal self? Is he using it for, I don't know, events? I don't know. You just to know what the building is all about. What are we building for? Who are we building for? Why are we building it? Where are we going to build it? So the moment you fully understand the scope of your project, be it architectural, be it in the medical line or health line, yes, be it in the medical line, health line, whatever line that you choose in your career path to, you know, go into, you have to make sure that you fully understand what the scope of the project is, what the problem, what the goal is. Understand the beginning, understand the middle, understand the end, envision it. I feel it's even better if you can see the end goal before you start. Because once you can see the end, it makes the whole process, the whole picture clearer. That's why if you notice all these real estate companies, instead of them showing you the land at first or the appliances that they're using in the house first, you see already made house. Boom. A house is already there. That is what they're showing you. That is the end goal of what they want you to achieve. They want you to achieve a house. So when you think of that, you're like, oh, okay, I want to get a house. I like this house. And then the whole process of you buying and acquiring, you meet out. So that is not you being a normal consumer. Now that is you now would be a project manager and be thinking, okay, so this house or this real estate company, this is the houses that they're producing, or this is the houses that they plan on building. So who are the persons that they're looking for? Are they looking for sponsors? Are they looking for investors? Is my colleague going to be good on this case? Is my colleague, the one in my office, is he a good architect? Can he link me with a good architect or a good supplier that is going to tell me, okay, this house, I think the bathtubs, I think the pipes that they're using in this house is of low quality. Why not tell them that, okay, you would want them to use a better quality for your house? You understand? Slowly and surely, you are starting to think more of the whole project, no longer as a layman, but as a project manager. You're thinking of the resources that you need to make sure that this house is perfectly suitable and durable for you. It's your satisfaction, and also other people would want to see it and also get your service. You understand? You're rendering service, and when you render service so much, and when you become your service, when you become your work, you'll be known as, one of the best, because giving your best makes you the best. You understand? That's just my point on things. So knowing the resources and who you're allocating it to is what I've already explained. Risks and issues, like I mentioned, the low quality of pipelines, of pipes and bars. I'm not very great with architectural terms, but the architects can help me in the comment sessions. Just list them out and then I can pick them along the way while I'm explaining. So yes, so the stakeholders, how are you outsourcing for them, or are you going to involve your family members in this project? Is this something that you think is going to be of great value? All those are things you have to consider in project planning, and I really hope I'm communicating this to you guys. I really hope I am. Okay, then my second slide. Okay. Okay, project planning. It is a procedure or a set of procedures. Once defined, it can be used again in other projects. It describes the steps that will be taken, who will take them, when, and how. The project management plan is a living document and evolves as the project evolves. The following is a list of key deliverables in a project management plan. So I'm supposed to announce to you guys that by 8 o'clock we'll be having a break so that you can all make sure to write in your attendance, put in your attendance. I just need to remind you about that. So yeah, the following is a list of key variables of in a project management plan. Documentation. How many people hate documentation? A lot of people hate documentation. A lot of people hate documenting, but trust me, as a project manager, that will be your number one best friend. And easy tip. The world is going digital. The world is going easy. Everything we're looking for easier ways to make life better. People are working smarter. People are working smarter, and thank you. People are working smarter and getting the job done, not killing themselves and doing all the job that people are playing it smart now and getting the job done. The normal job that you would take 10 hours to prepare, you have artificial intelligence to help you narrow it down. Yes, Ogunbewon, I hate it too, but you have to learn. I hated it. I hated the process. I hated the stories that you have to start explaining. It's a very terrible taxing thing for a lot of people. You would be surprised how you can have somebody in your team that loves documenting. Funny enough, I know a lot of people that enjoy documenting, most especially people in the creative sector, content creators, content writers. They love to document. They really love to document. So I think you would have to always have one important human being in your life that is good in your team that loves documenting. Gloria, I'm happy for you. You love documentations. That is really good. At this point, I have just accepted it to be a part of my life. So I don't know if I love it or not at this point. I am just there. But I know that from the beginning I didn't like it. But I had to adjust. So I hope that along the way as a project manager, you also have to adjust. And you also have to be revisiting your slides or your sheets or your timelines, pretty much everything. You have to also be paying attention to all of that. So that is why documentation is really important, so that you can be able to track yourself, so that you can be able to give back really good and adequate information, so that it's easier for you in the next project, and it's easier for your sponsors or your clients or consumers to trust you, because people trust what is written more down in paper and seeing end results. How did you acquire that? Yes, you were able to go and just get it done. Okay, was it by magic? Did you get a, I don't know, a voodoo master to poof it up for you or something? No, it's the whole process. Even if you did that, how did you get that done? Was it that she had to look for materials? Was it that she had to meet? It's just a whole lot of documentation, and it's a whole lot of importance because it helps you. Imagine you documenting everybody that you had in a previous list, in a previous project, on the let's say for the clearers, for the diggers, for the suppliers, for the home appliances, maybe the interior decorator, all this. Imagine you have all of this settled down. Imagine you have everything settled down, and then immediately you get an offer and they're like, okay, we need you to work on this project. Everything is similar to what the other one was, the one you had just previously finished. And then you have everybody's contact, you have everybody's um digits, emails, and all. You have every supplier on ground, and everything just goes easy. Trust me, your clients will think you are a wizard because you are super effective. You are super effective. You are clearly knowing what you're doing. You clearly know what you're doing. So people would always want to work with that. Somebody that already has a clear vision, concise, and the communication too is clear. Not just are you communicating or showing them the drafting, but they're also seeing it. So it helps you. Documentation helps you in the long run, and also it helps you to reevaluate your project. So I've spent a lot of time on this point. I'm sorry. So yes, we have project management plan. So we have a lot of steps. They can either be separate chapters of the document or separate documents if the project is very large. So this means that it depends on the project. If the project is really large, it's going to be a whole lot of work for you. And like I always mention, always remember to allocate your your tasks to a capable team. I know a lot of people would want to use favoritism along the way. You know, I love this person. This person is my friend. We go way back. I like this person. This person looks like he knows what he's doing. She knows what she's doing. You can't be also emotional when it comes to projects. You have to get people that you know are effective and responsible. You can't just let emotions decide your, what do you call them? Um your decisions to affect your project, because the moment you have just one pothole in your project, that could be your doom, and it's your name on the line, it's your integrity on the line, it's your firm's um what do you reputation too as well on the line. So sentiments should be out of the table whenever you're into project management. The only time I would advise sentiments is empathy. When you have good empathy and good a very sound cultural society or cultural behavior or cultural ethic in your space, then I would really say that's the time you can be very sentimental. But please keep business and sentiments as sentiments far away from work. It's not advisable. It makes you, it's a lot. So moving forward, so we have the project management approach, which is work breakdown structure to the level at which control will be exercised. We have budget. Mary Jane say, "I know who does it cheaper." Yes, yes, I'm enjoying this. Yes, yes, I know who does it cheaper. Yes, but that can lead to a lot of problems too. So back to my point. We have budgets. Always knowing what the project's budget is. Sorry, always know what the project budget is. It's a very key starter to helping you know what you're supposed to do in the project, how you can compromise, where you need more hands, where you need more labor in. It just gives you a graph. You can't do anything without money. Even soup now, you they say better soup na money killer. You need money to be able to do all of this. So the moment you know what your budget is, it really helps you to navigate in the project. It helps you to see the end goal. It helps you to know what to expect, so that even if you get anything less, and you're like, thank you though. I am actually, but you do not want to see me in serious mode. But yes, regardless, yes, budgeting. It's very important. You have to budget. You have to be clear. And one thing with budget too is that it has a way of I don't know, it can be flexible. Budgets can be very flexible, except when you're working with like, a very rigid budget and you know that there is no way around it. So I would advise you that when you get a budget, you can have like 2 steps or like 3 steps. Let's do 2 steps. The first step is you knowing what the overview of everything, the costing is, like the actual costing is. So you use that. That should be your plan. Your plan B. Then your plan A. Oh my goodness. Sorry, please give me a minute.
ever felt like you were juggling?
Hi, everybody. We're back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I hope everybody have written their names down. Are we good to go? Okay. Okay, so we're back. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Uh, we were talking about project management plan before the break. I think that's enough time for everybody to refresh and let's get back to business. Yeah. Okay, so moving forward, I think we settled the budget. I think we settled down budget, right? Yeah, we covered that down. Sorry. We have that covered down. And then we have schedule start and finish dates. We'll move straight into scheduled start and finish dates, which is deadlines pretty much, and tax, which is tax allocating, tax mitigation, uh, communications, and clarifications on the projects, on the projects that we're working on. So uh, remember the SMART goals I mentioned last time: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time bound. Yes. So in each project, you can't just, there are projects that can last for, like, a long wide range, but it's really hard. It's really hard to have those kind of projects. It's really hard. It's mostly like even the NGOs that they have projects. It's not just one project they're working on. If you notice, they'll be like, oh, we're working on this project for humanitarians, whatever. We're working on this project for environmental health problems. So many things. Most of the time, each project it's very advisable for your project to be time bound, which also means the pre-planning, the planning phase, and the post 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 planning phase. I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue tied. I don't know why. Yes, the pre-planning and the planning phase and the post planning phase. So in the pre-planning phase, we have where you are planning against or before the event, which is okay. Who are we calling? How are we getting our guests? Are we booking? Where are we booking? What time are we booking for? Are we booking for 23rd or 24th? Is it going to be just one day? How are we going to start our publications? Are we going to key into an advertising company, or we're just going to just use our own social media platforms and all? Yeah. So a lot of thought is being put into it in the pre-planning phase. You have to, even before you start putting your content out, you have to even start planning for the content. For example, let's say you have an event. I can't remember the name of this project, but is it the Sly something girl? It's a very new project. The content is a movie. I can't remember, something Sly Girl, something like that. So based on how I saw their project was that they had this showcasing, which was I think last week or something like that. And then they had already started reaching out to content creators, for content creators to make content, to make ads and reels against the event, the day of the event. So it was really nice. It was really fun to look at their page and see how they had been doing it. That's you outsourcing that's you outsourcing and collaborating with other agencies for marketing, and also turnovers, the more you plan towards the project or for the project, the more results you tend to gain. The more results you tend to the success you get in the project. Like so yeah, like I mentioned, they got content creators to create content about the showcase, something like that. Yeah. So they got a couple from each state. I think they did regional. They did like state publications on social media and stuff. Yeah, that was. I don't work with them, so I don't know what their plan was. But I can, from my own perspective, I could see the strategy they were using in order to get conversions and to get people to engage in their movie or series. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I think it's a series. I don't know, but I'm sure one of you in the comment section is supposed to know this. But oh well, we're still in the project management line. It's not every day you get to know everything, but it's every day you get to learn something. That's something. So we have responsibility charts and assignments. This is also a subsection of allocation and tax assigning. Uh, in each department, yes, Chama, I think all of us is the name. Yes, I think it is. Thank you. Chama is very interactive. Yes. Um, in the allocating of tax and responsibilities, I feel I believe in every department there should be a head of each department. There should be bodies, yes, there should be supervisor, and then there should be a head. This makes it very easy for whoever is in charge of that department or whoever is in charge of that project, because you have people that are responsible for their tax. You have people that are accountable whenever there is a problem. Yes, because if you have let's say regional problem, let's say you have a regional problem whereby, let's say your product, let's use a water bottle. A water bottle company is saying that they want to make sure that their bottle sales increases to 20%, right? And they notice that once reporting comes, let's say Lagos, Lagos has 40% returns and ROI. And let's say the set goal for this is 20%. The goal is 20%. And then instead of that 20%, let's say Lagos gets 40%. Abuja, let's give Abuja 35%. Let's give Calabar 30%. Let's give it 30%. Let's give it 30%. Yeah, it's also a very good place to. Then let's say Kaduna, we have like 12 or 13%. Okay, so the goal was 20. Yes, everybody has acquired that, right? So each region, Lagos, Abuja, Calabar, Kaduna, has a regional head. So when they come to the meeting now, the moment of truth is, why is Lagos getting 40? Abuja is getting 35, Calabar is getting 30, and Kaduna is getting 15. What are you the first question is, what are you doing that you are not reaching up to the goal? That is for Kaduna. Then the question will be for let's say Lagos, what are you doing right that you can help Kaduna to be able to reach? So you see, the volume of returns, the volume of responsibilities has been aligned, has been given, the responsibility has been given to these places. So you will start asking, what is the problem? So let's then say Lagos will be like, okay, so our regional heads of each district in each local government, what they do is that every Friday they go and they have a parade or a charade. They have a parade or a charade for each of the bottles, and they make sure to get conversions before the end, meaning that there is increase in ROI and there's a lot of engagement, right? So Kaduna that doesn't do that, that does not have this idea that, oh, we can do this every Friday or every Saturday in each local government to see which of the local governments will be able to do more. Which region is more interactive? Is it in Barnawa? Is it in Kurji? Are people more lively there? Is it Angwarimi? Are they responsive? Is if we interact with these people, how are we sure that this water bottle is going to sell? You understand? These are challenges and problems and solutions that you start to think of as a project manager, because why are you not making sure that you're reaching the goal and spending funds, spending money, investments? It's not a very sweet look, honestly, to be very honest with you. So yes, responsibility charts and assignments. Make sure that each department has a, a responsible head, supervisor, and also a body, a team. You can have as little as 10 persons in a team or 7 persons in a team, or depending on how the budget is. It all matters on the budget, and it also matters on the level of commitments from the team members. So we have change control and plan system. So I think it's also, we can still use back the water bottle explanation, which is change control and plan system. Meaning that let's say Kadna takes the idea of Lagos, which is having a parade every Friday or Saturday of the week, and they start to get some ROIs, they start to get some engagements, they start to get from 10 or 13% to 15%. So you see, the strategy that they had before, which maybe was just social media, just posting, has now changed because the dynamic of the plan, of the initial project plan has changed, and they have found a solution that is easier and better for the project. You understand? So this makes it very, very easy for projects to change. There should be flexibility in your project plan. There should be some level of flexibility, not that everything should be flexible. Remember the methodologies, we have agile, we have waterfall, and we have hybrid. So for me, hybrid, make sure it's not too flexible, not too rigid. It's just the right amount of sweet. That can help too as well in change plan and system. So I think we're still having problems with attendance. Don't worry, you can still um do your attendance at a very good time, but then just make sure that, I hope you're with me. Yes. Then we have performance measurements baselines. This is like KPIs, making sure that you're keeping track and keeping tabs on the key pointer indicators. What is what is leading to success, what is leading to failure, what is costing, what is affecting the project. Reevaluation too is very important, really, really important in this. So yeah, performance measurement baselines, KPIs, reevaluation, and re-strategizing. That could be what you could fully say for performance measurements baselines. And then we have major milestones and their target dates. Hey, Oluwa Sekemi. Okay, it was an example. It was an example as a project manager, in order to look at how maybe a product is declining in a state, or the challenges that a that water bottle is facing in that in that state, and there is a goal that should be achieved. So we had to look at the challenges that we were facing, that the management might have been facing, in which our case study is Kaduna. We used Kaduna. So we had to re-strategize. We had to look at the planning, look at how who is doing it better, and you try to apply their plans and their strategy to the water bottle reports for Kaduna. But don't worry, you can also go back and watch this video again, and it will make sense for you. I really hope you do that. So yeah, sorry. We have resources. Resources can be printings, paperworks, can be backdrops. It's not all the time that everything's building. It can be fashion materials. It can be artworks. It can be furniture. It can be anything. It can really be anything. Resources. Water is also a resource. You would find it funny how water can be a very good resource in some situations. Water, land to build. There are a lot of things that you'd be surprised if they are not in your project. It can make you look unprofessional, tacky, and not suited for the role that you have applied for. So yeah, that's it for that. And then we have risk management planning. Risk management planning. That's all those potholes, all those challenges. What do we think can be the problem? Can we have problem with logistics? If we say we need to get our guests to their hotel rooms, are we going to encounter traffic? Are we going to get a Bolt driver, or we're going to outsource from the company's vehicles? Are they going to use their own process? Are they going to look for their own vehicles themselves? All this, you understand, are things you have to, yeah, electricity, joy, electricity issues. Your gen, you have to go and borrow gen or buy gen, or make sure that the company or the location that you're using have sufficient power. Do they have a backup generator? Do they have a solar panel? All this you have to consider. Just, is this something that is going to charge you extra in order to get this electricity thing sorted? All this are very, very important. What are you going to feed your guests? Are you going to feed them just water and meat pie? Are you going to collaborate with a restaurant? Are you going to get a catering service that will usher and also serve the food? Or you plan on using your team, extra manual labor, to boycott some of the charges that you may get? All this may sound funny, but they're actually very important. They're really very important. So you have to think about welfare is also very important in project management. You have to always think about people that are involved in the project, because they are also human beings, and you're a human being. You cannot just, the project is inanimate. It might be inanimate, but the humans aren't. So you have to be very empathetic too as well. You have to be clearly empathetic with what you're doing. You have to make sure that the process that you're getting your guests is a very safe one. They don't encounter issues with maybe drivers, because most of the time when you tend to get foreign clients or people that come from different locations or regions, they tend to be the, what is it called, target for very dubious persons or people. They tend to be scores for inhumane people. So you have to think about this too. You have to think about all this, because if your investors or stakeholders or your supervisors or whoever you're bringing on board in your project is not safe, there's a big chance that that project supervisor or that project stakeholder, be funder, he wouldn't want to fund your project next time you come. He's just going to be like, oh, I'm sorry, I came, I was shouted at. Abi, my driver wanted to beat me because I didn't have enough money, or you didn't send a good vehicle to come pick me up, and I was in a very bad situation. Very funny stories. Very funny stories. So you have to think of all these things too as well. You have to make sure that you're giving your optimum best when it comes to security, welfare, logistics too as well, to not just your team, but also to your stakeholders, supervisors, and guests too. Persons that are all involved in the project. The human factor, yes. Ibu kunoluwa odu, yes. Human factor is very important. Very, very human. Very, very important. Then we have risk management plan. Yeah, sorry. I just said that. We have open issues. I also mentioned that in open issues, you could say about the security. Yes, Jama. Yes. You could also say protection and all. Yeah. And then we have pending decisions. What are those issues that need to be sorted out? What are those tasks that we thought we did, but we still have to reevaluate them and get back to them? Because when you can be so much engrossed your in the present that you might not be able to see clearly the future factor or the past factor. All this in the pre-planning or in the post-planning phase, all this can just tend to just spring up on you and just surprise you. So you have to have a very good and clear mind. Always be calm too as well. I feel whenever you are a pro tip though, whenever you are on a project, like you are on a project, like present tense, you're actually on a project, and maybe it's a on site or time bound events planning, something like that of that nature. You should always learn to become, always learn to become. You cannot you cannot be everywhere, which is why you have to be very meticulous about your allocation of tasks. You have to be very clear. You are going to be handling guests, you are going to be handling VIP, you are going to be handling the panel sessions, you are going to make sure that the food is on set and ready, you're going to make sure that there is enough security for the venue, you're going to make sure that everybody on the list is seated right. You're going to make sure that everything goes smoothly. Make sure that there is no problem with the power. Make sure the sound is perfect. Make sure that videography is clear. Make sure that everything is clean. Cleanliness is close to godliness. Hallelujah. So, yes, I'm sorry, that was just a side note. So, yes, all this, learn to be calm, because something can just happen. Somebody could just come up and just say, uh, Oga, somebody came and just pour through tear gas on like the event venue. Just something crazy. Something can just happen. And if you get in panic mode, you can lose your train of thoughts. So as a project manager, you have to learn to be calm. You have to learn to be able to work under pressure, and know how to mitigate risk. Always expect the worst, even though you are, yes, be true, effective delegation of tasks, Jessica, smooth follow up, else you will be running from end to end and panicking. Yes, Jessica. Yes, so right, so right. So yes, make sure that your head is calm. You have assigned your tasks to everybody. Everybody should know what they're doing, so that you can notice, you can supervise, so that if this place is lacking, you can tell them, please rectify this. Can you handle this? I need this person to handle this at this place. This should be better, or this is great. You just keep it up, maintain the pace you're doing. Your role that day is not to work. Your role is to supervise everything and everyone and make sure that they are delivering. That is your role at that moment whenever you are on site or on a project or physical, depending. You just have to make sure that everybody is effectively delivering their roles and their responsibilities. So which hence you to make clearer decisions when you have already allocated it properly, and make sure that you're calm to be able to evaluate problems, and make sure that you can give clear and concise decisions too as well, based on whatever challenge that you may expect in the project. And then we have project organization chart. Yes. Calm and calculative. Yes. Your steez. Oh my god, I'm sorry. This is work. Sorry, yes. Project organization chart. Yes, yes. Project organization chart. This is whereby you have a clear presentation of what the project is, from the pre-planning to the current phase and post planning phase, and you make sure that everybody knows where they are in the project, and you make sure that everybody knows what their roles are, and they make sure that they also report under their roles and tasks and responsibilities. So you can make it to be in a chart. You can use like a PowerPoint or a slide or a canvas, depending on what you. I feel people relate more to visual than most of the time writing. People tend to register things more clearly when they see it either in picture form or colorful forms or something that is just eye catching. It's not all the time that people want to be reading. There are people that love reading, yes, like how people love documenting. But there are some persons that it's easier for them to register it when they see it with their eyes in just maybe picture forms or in just a simpler form, because it gives them this picturistic thing in their head. They say a picture can say 1,000 words. So it helps them to be able to register it, link into things that they have either gone through before or try to relate to it, in future things like this. This matters as well. So we have key takeaway. It is important to have been through this list and decided that it's applicable to your project. At the start of the project, we may only have a high level understanding of the various deliverables. For example, we may only have an overall budget or end date and not yet be able to give more detail. So this is like how I mentioned, if you don't have a clear planning, if you don't have a budget. Remember when I told you to have a two-step budget? Have your plan A, which is uh, the second costing run of how much you think, if in case your plan B, I said your plan B should be, oh my goodness, sorry. your plan A your plan A is supposed to be the actual amount. This is the actual amount of what I'm going to spend. This is the actual amount of what we're going to spend. This is how much everything is going to cost us. Then the plan B is the extra one that you keep, the extra money that you keep. You can also even try to make sure that, okay, the prices are even maybe uh 3 4, because economy is always having its own mood swings. So you can put like 5% extra charge in each of the things that you've already planned or budgeted for, in order to reduce risk, in order to reduce not so that you don't get less quality, to help with quality control and things like that. Yes, that's like how you can plan with your budgets. Make sure you have an exact amount of how much you think everything is. Have this exact, okay, this is how much everything is going to be, everything is going to cost. And then the plan B is the one that has the extra money, that that is where Like, so what you have to do is that when you're submitting your budget, this is a pro tip. When you're submitting your budget, submit the one with the extra. Submit the one with the extra, so that the moment they see it and they plan on giving you the budget, and you're actually, handling everything. There are times that you get, when, because of your relationship that you've maybe established with all these resources and companies, there can be even a discount, and this helps. There can be a discount, there can be a price allocation for, people that buy things in large stocks. There can be just, so it just helps you with price control. It really helps you with price control. And it will even be an amazing thing when your boss sees that there's even extra change in the project. Honestly, they will tell you that it's not a big deal, but it's a big deal. Everybody likes seeing change. Everybody likes seeing change. So it will really help you, and it will help you make your projects more smooth. To help you make your projects more smooth. So yeah, our next slide, which is create planning checklist. So this is how your plan checklist is supposed to look like as a project manager. You're supposed to have a project step description, inputs, outputs, and comments. So under project steps, we have like 4 steps rather. We have 4, which is scope planning. Under project step, we have scope planning, team development, scope definition, and activity definition. Scope planning, the overview of the whole project. Is it a building? Is it an event? Is it a forum? Is it a seminar? What is it? Get it fully well. Who are the persons that are supposed to be at the event? Are we having students? Just all this. Then team development, the persons that we're allocating this task to, because it's not you that is doing everything. It's not you that's going to handle sound. It's not you that's going to handle the videos and photographies and everything. No. There's scope definition. What is the aim? What is the role? What is the aim of the project? Define it. Make sure that this is the end goal. This is what we are looking forward to. That's the success. This is the end point. And then activity definition. How is the event supposed to be? How is the event supposed to be? What is the activities? Is it is it maybe be a bit funny? Is it item 7? Are we having item 7? Are we having a panel session? Are we having a interactive session with just guests and what do you call it, guests and boards, or guests with students? What are the activities that are going to make up this? Are they going to be evaluation classes? Are they going to be questionnaires? Are they going to be surveys? Are they going to be content creations? Are they going to be interviews? You have to think of these activities. But my favorite, which is always item 7, they're going to be food. Yes. So yes, and then in step description, we have developing a scope statement detailing what the project will achieve. Mission and vision of a company. Uh, in each company, let me give you another pro tip. In each company, in order for a company to align with you, this is just a pro tip, just something that you can use when you want a company to align with you, right? Always understand their mission and vision. Always understand what the mission and vision of that company is. Always try your possible best to know where they're coming from. Try to know what their goal is. Is people their well, okay, so there's one to leverage technology to people for easier livelihood. That's where I still that's my company. Yes, but still, to leverage technology for easier livelihood. When you think of this, what are you thinking? People. Okay, so people are definitely involved. Technology is also involved. We're trying to make people uh, know about tech. Okay. We're trying to make people know about tech. So what about people knowing tech? Everybody knows tech. Why are we doing it? Why are we impacting people with it? To help them actually in their careers, to help people to get jobs, to help people to know that they have value, to help women to be empowered, to help mothers, to help sisters, to help daughters, to help friends, to have an impact not just in their lives but in their community, to make sure that they can stand for themselves, they can have a voice. They are no longer going to be begging you for help. No, instead you are the one asking for their help. So creating employment, as simple as it is, also creating employment, you understand. So understanding the scope really helps. Make sure that you make the company know that, oh yeah, I really understand what you're trying to do. Trust me, they will buy you. They'll buy you the moment they know you can do that. The moment you know what their goal is, the moment you know what their mission is, the moment you know what they're trying to do. What problem are they trying to eradicate? What problem are they trying to solve? What's that challenge that is itching them? And how can you bring into the table? How can you help them? That's a very powerful thing for you to be able to do as a project manager, and that's one of the important things you need to know and have as a project manager. So creating the team, like I mentioned, are you getting developers? Are you getting content creators? Are you getting a virtual assistant, or are you getting an on-site assistant? Are you getting project managers? Of course you're getting project managers. You're a project manager. Yes, that's why they're coming to you. You understand? So yes, creating a team. You are the team. You are the builder of the team. So subdividing the scope into deliverables. So this is you delivering the end results. This is you trying to deliver the end result. Okay, so this is how the project is supposed to end. This is how it's supposed to be, and then still dividing, giving subsections to that. Giving subsections to that role or the project. Yes, Oluwa Sakimi. Present yourself as interested in their mission and vision. You should be. You shouldn't present. You should be. You should be interested. If you don't have passion for it, don't do it. Don't stress yourself. You will just hate yourself and hate the work, and you set yourself for failure. So be interested. If you're not interested in the company's mission and vision, don't stress your life. Don't do that to yourself. You That's you putting yourself in a bad mental space, and that's you just not going to be able to deliver. Okay, so you have to be interested. Okay, so we have just like 8 minutes to the time. Let me see if I can try and round up. Not up to 8, let's say 7 minutes. So we have subdividing into work packages into activities, subdividing the work packages into activities. Okay, so that is the responsibilities that you have divided already. That's still you still having nano and micromanagement over the project. I have to go. Yes. Yes, that's you still like you have to always micro and nano manage whenever you're having all these work packages in the activities. For those that are handling sound and all, you have to make sure that they have supervisors and their team too are actually efficient. So that's nano and mono managing. Yes. Then we have input, which is project charter and scope statement and work breakdown structure. I've explained work breakdown structure. Then outputs again, scope statement. These are things that you're giving out. Work breakdown structure and activity list. Activity list, you should know now. Whenever you go to events, who doesn't go to events? You those people that are always struggling to get the list, the activity list. Yes, that is. These are outputs. These are things that are very important to in a project. In a project, be it either the event or the construction or whatever management you're handling. So the comments, which is why, what, when, who, how much, where, how many. I feel that's very self-explanatory. Why, what, when, who, how much, where, how many people are going to be there, how many people are we feeding, how many people are coming to listen to our guests speak, how many guests are we getting, where are we doing it, why are we doing it, why can't we do it in a school district, why must it be an event center, why are we spending so much, how much is it to pay for all this, what is the discount period, what's the discount price. These are comments, these are things you have to put into consideration. Get feedback to people that attended. Did they enjoy it? Do you look forward to having the next seminar, or are you looking forward to the next event? Is this something that you plan on growing with? Is this something you want to invest in? Is it something you want to impact people with? Things like this you have to put in consideration to ask comments. And then MS Project or other tools. Project management is not just English and writing and planning. It also involves a lot of Excel sheets. It involves a lot of calendar, Google Calendar, Jira, Slack, a lot of communication softwares. And it's very good. A lot of AI too. A lot of AI. So these are tips. These are tips. Definitely in the next class, we get to see more of this. So this is also it. The slides. I have been talking so much that I didn't even notice that our time is so far gone. So yeah, we still have a lot to cover, but we'll try to cover that in our next class. We've covered the project steps for the first one. So we're definitely going to do that too as well in the next class. I really hope you enjoyed this class. I really enjoyed myself, even though I'm not my best. But I really enjoyed myself. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope the class was self-explanatory. I really hope it was really self-explanatory because I feel it's thank you, Sarah. It's very important for you to have real life situations in order for you to understand a problem, in order to understand that as a project manager, you are the problem solver. You are people's messiah. Apart from God being your messiah, you're also people's messiah. So I really enjoyed myself. I hope you really enjoyed it. You can still rewatch it. Always ask questions. Always want to know more. Always browse more. Make sure that you also know what's in the trend, the up to do trends. It's a very important thing. Look at demure now. I heard I'm demure now in the group in the comment section. So yeah, thank you. And keep your steez 100. I really love you all. I look forward to seeing you in the next class. And have a great night. Don't forget.
Ever felt like you were juggling chainsaws while riding a unicycle? Welcome to the world of project management. It's about turning